just interesting poetry.
で、プラパーダのバガバッドギターって本当の意味で変わる。でなければ知的な探求に過ぎない。
One of the Maharajas selling in front of the Vrindavan temple. One older guy bought a Bhagavad Gita.
まあ、マタジがバガバッドギターをグリーンダーバンのお寺の先で配ってたときに、
And he came back
それを買った。
another time and he said, you know, I've been teaching Bhagavad Gita for 50 years.
私は50年間バガバッドギターを教
But
え
he
てい
said,
ます。
I never understood it until
でも本当の意味は全くわからなかった。教えてたのに。
So in the beginning, when devotees in India, everyone said, we have.
バガバッドギターは初期の頃は配ろうとすると、いや、私は持ってるよと言われたそうです。
And devotees were telling Prabhupada it's impossible to sell books.
デボティはプラパダにこれを
But some devotees just
不可能だ
kept
と考えた。
showing, you know, this has all the Sanskrit and this has the purport and this has all this. And gradually people, now they're begging for it.
で、それで戦略を変えて、ここはこれが書いてあって、これはどういう意味ですよというと、徐々に売れてきたと。
So many. And people will sponsor thousands.
そして人々はそのスポンサー、お金を出してくれて本を配ったりする。
So if one offers me with love and devotion, a leaf, fruit, flower, I'll accept it.
花、果物を野菜や果物を
Bhagavad Gita 9:26. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever austerity, do it for me.
まあ、苦行するにしても、勉強するにしても、仕事するにしても、私のためにやりなさい。
There's one of our pujaris offering to Radha Govinda.
プジャーリがラダ・ゴビンダに祈りを捧げている。
Here's Goloka,
次はゴロカ、
Krishna with all the colored boys,
クリシュナと牛飼い、
swans in the lake.
そして鳥と湖、白鳥
When
と。
Krishna was on earth, every variety of flower in the universe was there. Every variety of fruit, vegetables, birds.
クリシュナが地球上に来た時には、すべてのフルーツとか果物とか、そういったバラエティが全部そこに整っていた。
Still, Vrindavan is famous for having such a huge variety of birds
まあ、
and
ブリンダー
flowers.
バンでは、今でも有名なのは、あらゆる種類の鳥が住んでいる。
But it's going down because of all these skyscraper buildings. They can't
まあ、
stop
ビルディン
it.
グが増えたので、徐々に減ってはいますが、
Now it has many varieties of people.
まあ、今ではたくさんの種類の人々が住んでいます。
So this is it. One. While speaking, learning words, you're mourning for that which is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living or the dead.
まあ、人は死んだり生きたりということに、知ってない人は嘆くと、しかし、賢い人はそういった生死に。
It's not that they don't care, though. People think, oh, they're callous, you know, the sadhus, they don't care. But actually, devotees are very compassionate.
まあ、人々はそういうサドゥのことわからないが、献身者というのは慈悲心を十分持って人々を観察して。
And this is an upgraded picture of how changing bodies.
まあ、この体がどのように変化するかの写真。
Maybe many of the young devotees have never seen a film movie.
まあ、こういう昔の写真っていうのは、写真を何枚も重ねて動くっていうのは、現代の若い人は知らないでしょう。
But the video is the same thing as just a series of still pictures moving at a certain speed.
まあ、ビデオの原理も結局同じシステムだそうです。
And you can speed it up and you can slow it down in slow motion.
まあ、スローモーションにしたりするときは同じ原理でやってるそうです。
Text 723.
7-23。
Those with less intelligence seek favors from the demigods and obtain things that are temporary and taken away at death. Everything material and spiritual, temporary and eternal, is bestowed by the Lord alone.
知性とぶべきものは、これかな、神々を拝むが、そこで得る利益は有限で一時的である。神々を拝む者は神々の惑星へ行くが、私の献身者は最後に我が思考の惑星に来る。
It shows a lot of death there.
まあ、死んだからです。
people dying,
人は死にま
but
す。
then they're trying to go to the heavenly planets. But
Yeah.
above it all is Krishna.
その後天国に行くという望みを持っている人がいる。
It's another one of Duryodhana
こちらは王様ドリヨーダナを
chastising.
叱っているところです。
Who was it? No, the teacher. Forget the name. Dronacharya.
ドロナチャーリアが椅子に座っている。
He said, look at the army that your disciple has arranged. And
見てみなさい、あなたの敵側に
so he was worried, but then immediately he spoke up, my army's bigger.
軍事力の、生徒がいるじゃないか。
I have better army.
私の方がもっと強い軍人がいるよ。
So this is Krishna started speaking to Arjuna.
クリシュナがアルジュナに語っているところ、有名なやつです。
Arjuna became convinced to fight.
アルジュナは戦うことに確信を持った。
We should be convinced to fight Maya,
我々はマーヤと戦うことに確信を持って
to get together and fight Maya.
一緒に戦い合う。
If we don't do that, we fight each other. This is simple.
でそれをしなければお互い同士で我々の
The
戦って
nature is to fight.
まあ性質っていうのが戦うという性質。シャトリアですね。
I heard something there. Somebody
あ、シュードラル。
say people need, like some Prabhupada has said, this is politics. They're always saying that there's some external enemy.
プラパダ、
that
外的な敵っていうのは、政策的なもの、政治的な、
That distracts the citizens from, their internal problems and
市民たちは内的な問題を抱えて、
to get ready to fight.
そうすると、
America
戦う準備
especially.
ができている。
America spends more money on defense than the next 10 countries combined.
まあ、そのお金のことでアメリカでは、その自分を守
Then
るた
they
めに、
make new weapons and sell the old ones
正しい、
where they've created
新
war.
しい武器を売って、お金儲けをす
But
る。
anyway, Arjuna got fired up. They're blowing their conch
で
shells.
最後は悟って、ホラ貝を吹いて戦う準
And
備を
their
受け
conch shells were transcendental
そのホラ貝は超越的な音を響かせる。
and it shattered the hearts of the gurus.
で、来る王朝は、それでビビる。
This is 4 kinds of pious men and 4 kinds of impious
まあ、
men.
次は4種類の経験な人と4種類の不経験な人。
Chaturveda bhajanti mam, janaskrutinarjuna. Who knows? Arto jagyasar artati, gyani cha bharatarsa. But these are the ones who approach Krishna.
まあ、4種類の人がクリシュナにアプローチします。
Those are in need of money,
お金欲しい人、
distressed,
苦しんでいる人、
inquisitive, or just seeking absolute truth.
絶対真理を探求する人を何でも知りたがる人。
And then the other side is the lowest of mankind and those whose knowledge is stolen by illusion.
まあ、4種類の不経験な人、知識が、バイヤーに毒されている人。
And those are demoniac nature.
で、もともと不経験な悪魔的な人。
So the pictures are kind of clear. The left side is the good guys,
左側良い人。
and the other side they reject Krishna.
右の人は、否定する人。
One of my godbrothers, he was one of the first book distributors.
私のゴッドブラザーで最初の本配りの人がいます。
And he would show him that verse about the 4 kinds that don't want. These kind of people don't want this book.
まあ、この写真を見せて、この4種類の人は本を欲しがらない。
But I know you're not like that.
あなたはそうじゃないですよ。
Demoniac, the lowest of
悪
them.
魔的な人じゃないっていうのは分かって
He
ま
was
した。
quite effective. Everybody knew him. He went to the same area every day.
まあ、そうやって本を配って。
It's another picture of the universal form.
これはまた別の宇宙普遍層。
This artist, he told me he studied all the descriptions he could find anywhere of the universal form.
まあ、このアーティストの人はいろんな経典からその絵を持ってきて描いたそうです。
Unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions.
無限の目とか無限の口とか無限のビジョンを持っている。
Celestial garlands and garments and many divine scents were smeared all over his body.
ガーランドとか、お線香とか、香りとか。
Yeah. So Arjun prayed with joined hands.
アルジュナはそこでお祈りを捧げます。
The demoniac, 16:9,
18の69、悪魔的な人。
lost themselves and have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world.
まあそういう人は知性がなくて悪魔的で、いずれこの物質世界を破壊する人たちである。
Taking shelter of insatiable lust.
で、こう、情欲に保護を求める。
And absorbed in the conceit and pride and false prestige.
プライドと貪欲にかき乱される。
The demoniac, thus illusion,
それが悪魔的な人。それは幻想に入っている人です。
are always sworn to unclean work,
そして不浄な活動に執着する。
attracted by the impermanent. This is a very good picture.
一時的なことに固執する。
They made it, showed like the atomic bomb
いや、これ
cloud.
原発みたいな原発ですよね。
And Prabhupada mentions it in atomic bombs like the final.
いや、プラッパーダの解説で、最終的には悪魔的な人は原子爆弾を。
So there's a picture of a drunken party
これは絵は酔っ払いのパーティー。
and abortion,
皆さん
throwing the baby in the garbage.
堕胎して子供を捨ててるところ。
Cow killing
牛の屠殺。
and public sex, casino,
みんなが見てる前で成
you
功
know,
する。
all that. This is unclean works.
不浄な活動。
Now, that was just in West Africa. West Africa always like everybody's going to church on
西
Sunday.
アフリカです。西アフリカでは、
You had no other hope to ever get
教会
money.
にみんな行く。教会。
Now, not so much.
今はとてもそれが少なく
And
な
the church was always promising, you come here, you give all your money.
教会では来なさい、来てください、お金くださいという。
Now there's so many gambling places.
まあ今ではそのチャーチがたくさんの
Everywhere you
賭け事の
look,
場
there's
所
a
になって
sign. You know, this bet, that bet, this one, that one. One of them says, you call in your bet by phone and then you collect your money here, like automatically.
まあ私たち
People
は
are stupid, so they believe it.
私は電話すれば自動的にお金が入るよって人々は簡単に騙されてしまう。
It's replacing the church casino.
まあそれが今の時代の教会。
This is Sanjay, empowered to see and hear everything going on the battlefield.
サンジャヤはグルの慈悲でもって全てが、空気セーターの戦場の出来事がハートに現れている。
And it's really, when I was reading Mahabharata, you start to feel sorry for Dhritarashtra. It's right from the beginning, he was telling him, you know, how the Pandavas are looking so good. And
まあそのサンジャヤはその予言もしてるわけです。パンダは結局最終的にはパンダが勝利
he
する。
was describing all the inauspicious things that were happening.
で、そこの戦場でいかになことが起こるかということも
So
予
his
言
hopes are going down, down, down.
予言じゃなくて見ている。
And then he heard the description of all his sons being killed one by one.
で、一人一人を
Poor guy.
殺すと。
But it was all because too much attached to his son.
まあ、ドリトラシトラは、息子に執着しすぎたせいで、
Even he knew he was wrong, but he would
間違っていたと分かっていたとしても分かっちゃいるけどや、
let you don't do whatever you want.
ドリヨーダの言いなりになっていた。
So this is a really good changing body.
次は素晴らしい体の変化。
Vijay Prabhu, that one of the longest living and top book distributors,
ビジャイプラブは有名な最高の
he always shows this picture. He always shows this picture when he shows the body.
で、バガバテギターでこの絵を見せます。
And where are you now?
あなたは今どこの体でしょうか。
So, you know, most people are like student,
まあ、ほとんどの人は学生。
but then, you know, you're going to go down and around and around. So
そして
it makes them realize
どうしようと。で、まあ、ある悟りを与えます。
Because everybody's heard of reincarnation, but they haven't really thought much.
でみんな、輪廻という言葉は聞いてますが、こういう絵は初めて見る。
Because it's like the Christians, they all think, oh, he died, he went to heaven.
クリスチャンは言います。あ、彼は死んだから天国行ったと。
And then people talk about reincarnation like you're always going to get better.
まあ、人々は言うと、まあ、輪廻をしていつもいいとこ行ける。
Prabhupada made it clear that, depending on what consciousness you
プラパダそれをクリアにして、それは意識によりますよと。
So this is another one of the sage sees everyone equally, a dog eater, an elephant.
それはまた別の聖者は犬も肉も普通の人も平等に見る。
This is Gopal Krishna. This is the first picture, one of the first two pictures I ever saw of Krishna. First one was with Bilva Mangal Thakur. I was really fascinated. This old man and then this little boy sitting there.
まあ初めての息子の絵としてはビルバマンガラタクル。
But then in the shop, in the hippie shop, they only had this picture, this Gopal, and the universal form.
で、店ではゴパールと宇宙普遍層の2つの写
It's
真
a
が。
really incredible universal form of this old Brijvasi print. You can find it online still.
ボールは
Really amazing.
驚く
Those
よ
are
う
the
な
only
絵でした。
pictures. That picture is on the cover of Jimi Hendrix.
ジミ・ヘンドリックスの本の表紙になったそうで
But
す。
they put his face on
そ
Krishna.
してその宇宙普遍層の頭にジミ・ヘンドリックスの顔が出てる。
They said he had nothing to do with that.
Right.
The record company. When I saw it, I thought, that's not right. That's God. I even in my demoniac
私はそれ見
time,
て、それは違うだろう。神じゃない。
but people didn't know this is the Bhagavat Gita.
次はバガバットギーターの
Incredible painting I mentioned before. This is it's the same one. This painting won many international awards.
このペインティングはインターナショナル。
Bharadwaj. He did most of the paintings in the first Gita. He's the father of Gauravani, the singer.
ゴーラバーニのお父さんがナティバー、それシンガー、歌手だ。
There's Krishna and Vishnu in the heart,
ビシュヌでハートに宿る。
sitting on the lotus.
で、ハスの上に乗ってます。
The yogi,
ヨ
see,
ー
it's not so easy.
そんな簡単な
Sitting there,
いかない。
his body skinny like Nitai,
体は似たいので、
but they never cut their fingernails, never cut their hairs.
髪の毛
Never
が
moved
切らない、
practically.
っぱなし。でファースティング。
And then finally, if they raise their life airs up through all the chakras and merge this into that, and it's very, very complicated. It's all described in Bhagavatam. Then they can go out from the top of the head.
ウラダラチャクラが、魂がお腹のところから
Depending on what planet they're aiming for, they can go
上に
there.
上がって、頭の頂点から抜け出す。とても複雑なことをしなきゃいけない。
But it says even they were aiming for, Vaikuntha.
エイミ
They,
ン。
they were thinking that of Vishnu, they want to go to Vaikuntha or something.
例えばその感じでバイクンタビシュヌを持ったとしても、
But while they're traveling, they might get distracted because they pass all the heavenly planets.
まあしかしその途中で、乱されてしまう。それは天国の惑星を
And they might think, well, maybe I'll stop there.
それに惹かれて、そこに行こうかな
It's
と。
not guaranteed.
だから保証はない。
Devotee depends on Krishna's mercy.
献身者はクリシュナの慈悲に、
And if we're
頼っている。
seriously trying to practice
とて
life,
も真剣に修練しなければならない。
this is another picture of Goloka, and everything's emanating from there, and then all these Vaikuntha planets.
ゴロか、すべてはそこから影響されて、イルミネート。
So they
Ah,
describe the Govinda and Damodar and all the different names of these Vishnus.
ビシュヌのいろんな名前、ゴビンダ、ダモダラとかそういう名前があります。多様性がある。
One time I was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita,
ある日、チャイタイチャイタミタを読んで、
and I came to Sanatana Goswami's Lord Chaitanya teaching.
ダーサのゴスワミにチャイタニアが教えてるとき、
So there's a long part where he's describing all these Vishnus and how this one has the club in the right hand and the conch shell over here, and they're all different.
4つの腕に何持ってるかによって名前が違うということを長々と教えた。
So my mind, I thought, I'll just skip this part because
私の頃はここはもう
it's not important, I want to
そんな
get
大
there.
切じゃないからと思った。
But Krishna saved me somehow. I thought, Lord Chaitanya is teaching Sanatana Goswami, and I think I don't need it.
まあ、
So I
チャイタ
didn't
ニア
read
が
it.
サナタナゴサミを教え
Can never remember all.
必要ないかなと思いました。
But there's many combinations with the 4 weapons and the 4 hands.
でその組み合わせによって
He
4
goes over many.
本腕が持ち方がそれぞれ違う。
So here's the karma,
カルマ、
very clear. The meat eater becomes a meat-eating animal.
肉食ってるとどうなるか。
Devotees made one video a long time ago. In Bhagavad Gita, and they showed this morphing, they showed the face and then turning into a horse or a pig.
バガバギターのビデオを昔作った時に、
Morphing.
輪廻して顔が馬になるとか牛になるとかそういう、
So here's another one.
ビデオを作る。
The one who just wants to eat all the time, become a pig.
まあどんな時にも食ってばっかり。
Naked woman, become a tree.
裸でいる女性は木になる。
If you see the tree, they have the woman on the exposure magazine, and then the tree is in the same shape.
まあ、女性の体と同じ形の木ができる。
And if you just want to sleep all the time,
いつも寝てばっかり。
Kumo, is it?
熊
Kuma.
馬になり。
They sleep for many months.
何ヶ月も熊は寝ることができる。
They eat and eat and eat and eat, and then they just go to sleep.
もうたっぷり食べて、で、深く寝
Some
る。
people try to do that.
ある人はそういうつもりしよう。やってみてる。
But they can't. We can't.
で我々にはできない。
But you need to take rest.
我々には休むことは必要です。
People are pushing too hard. This modern society just have to work. Never take rest.
まあ、ある社会では仕事で決して休まない人がいる。
Japan was like that. Now the younger generation
まあ、若い人はそうでもないけ
more
ど、
party.
昔はそうでした。日本でもそう。
So that's all the pictures. Then there's this whole collection of pictures of Prabhupada.
まあ、この写真はプラパダに用意された。
So it's amazing because there's tens of thousands of pictures of Prabhupada, photographs.
何千というプラパダに任命されたんですかな。写真が
Sometimes I think 2 or 3 photographers just traveled with him and just took pictures constantly.
で写真を撮って、
But if you look at them, they're all good.
まあ、それを見るとすべて素晴らしいもの。
A big model that you have to take 500 pictures and then pick out 1 or 2 and then Photoshop.
で、500枚の中から2、3枚。
But Prabhupada, every picture is good.
でプラパダ選んだ写真はすべ
He's
て
never looking at the camera.
カメラで。
Like sometimes you see the morning walk and others are looking right at the camera with Prabhupada. He's absorbed.
カメラの方に向けても
あ
向いてない写真
プラパダ
がありますけど、
あ、そうか。プラパダ写真を気にしてなかった。
そうそう。いっぱい人撮ってたけど、そこに
知識は気にしなかった。
And Shama Sundar, he'd heard about Prabhupada and read the book a little bit. But he was still wondering, can I really do this? Can I give up? But when he saw Prabhupada, he said, I had never seen such a beautiful person. Immediately decided to surrender everything.
こんな素晴らしい、美しい人は
Just by seeing him.
見たことがない。
Immediately.
プラパダを見てそう感じた。
This is Prabhupada's room in Los Angeles.
ロサンゼルスのプラパダ先生のお部屋です。
It's still there, preserved exactly.
今でもその通り残っています。
Famous Prabhupada hat. So all the devotees got hats like that.
プラパダの帽子。 New York is very cold, so you bring.
Yeah. This is sitting in the airport or something. It looks
これ
like.
はシドニーの空港。
But the photographer had to be very sneaky also because he didn't like,
写真はこう痩せて見える。
so they all had Leica cameras.
スニーキー。
The Leica camera didn't make a click.
まあカメラ
Other
で、
cameras, they had it. If you take the picture, they go click. Prabhupada didn't make it.
カメラで走ってや
They
るの
don't
は、
take any
プ
picture.
ラパダあまり好きでなかった。
This was the first Lord Jagannath
これ最初のジャガナタです。ディスコン。
that Shyamsundar carved.
サマスンダラ掘ったそうです。
So the devotees would go out chanting in that park.
まあ、献身者は公園で唱える。
So they thought they'd take Lord Jagannath out also.
で、このジャガナタを持っていく。
Prabhupada didn't approve, but they did it. But afterward he said, no, don't do that anymore.
本当に。
Yeah,
Oh.
you stay in the temple.
まあ、そこでお寺に
Except
置くもの
Rath
で、
Yatra.
もう持ち運ばなくていいという命令になって。
That was Hippie Hill.
ピッピーの、集まりです。
But you see, these hippies at that time in 1968, they were considered like really, just shocking people. Tourists came by the town just to look at them. But now when you look, they look like ordinary office clerks. And
1968
some of them are really crazy, but most of them, but they had long hair. The girls wore blue jeans. That was like really far out.
まあ、1968年のヒッピーたちです。で、こう有名になってツーリストがいっぱい来ている。
They had tourist buses just to look at them.
そのバスでヒッピーを見ると。
Nice pictures. A lot of different moods.
まあ、写真によってそれぞれのムードが違います。
This must have been the balcony in his house. I'm
まあ、家のバルコニ
not sure. But
ーかも。
putting on tilak. Wow, there's so many. This is his garden in Los Angeles.
ロサンゼルスのお庭です。プラパ
He
ダ
would sit there every night with a few devotees.
何人かの献身者の前で座ってる。
And the LA temple is not very far from the airport, and planes fly right over.
LA のお寺は空港からはそんなに遠くないところ。
And it's very noisy.
だからうるさい。
And one sannyasi was saying how he went somewhere and they took his danda and they unwrapped it and everything and was checking it. That happened to me in Australia. They wanted to see if there's any bugs in the wood.
だんだん。
空港でナンバーを確認する。
ああ、空港でだんだんを確認する。はいはい。
なんか
He was telling how,
なんか変
they
な
were doing that. That time, there was something called hijackers.
あ、その時ハイジャックが流行ってた。
The terrorists, they'd get on the plane somehow and they had guns.
テロリストが鉄砲を持って飛行機に入っちゃった。
Then they'd say, take this plane to my country
で、この飛行機を
with all the people.
俺の国に飛ばせと。
Then they'd demand money.
お金をよこせ。
Prabhupada listened to that whole story about the dunda and he said, but they never get the hijacker.
でもハイジャッカーは決して自分の得るものを成功させることはできない。
And the plane was going over, Prabhupada said, Krishna has much better airplane.
まあその飛行機を見て、クリシュナはもっといい飛行機持ってるよと。
The birds.
鳥です。
Said there's some birds that fly between planets.
それで惑星を飛ぶことができる鳥を持ってる。
So And they can, the big eagles, they can pick up elephants.
で、象を持ち上げることもできるよ。
But it was sort of entertaining. And many nights he would only read Krishna books.
まあ、クリシュナブックにも
Just have somebody read Krishna book, and I mean, one night I was there, but I saw sometimes in the afternoon he'd go and just with his servant.
時々午後、サーバント
We
が
could see from upstairs, and then he would just read Krishna book.
でそうするとクリシュナブックを見
He
ることが
liked that book so much.
まあ、本がいっぱいある。
Well, a lot of them have been distributed in Japan.
たくさん本が配られる。日本でもそう。
But now they're finished,
もう古い本はなくなってます。
so we got to print more.
また古いたい。
So I hope we'll get inspired to read Bhagavad Gita more by seeing all these pictures.
まあ、この本写真見ることでもっと啓発されてバガバットギター読むことを望んでいます。
Prabhupada was very, he wanted lots of pictures.
プラパダの写真いっぱいあります。
And it's harder to get all the Krishna book pictures.
でクリシュナブック
I have
の
it somewhere.
私は写真を多く見
Not
ました。
such good quality.
いい質のクリシュナブックの絵を持っています。
He delayed the printing of the book until all the pictures. There was 64 pictures in volume
64の写真をもう本に
one for every chapter, at least sometimes two. And then the second volume was smaller, at 36 pictures.
でこの一つのストーリーに2つの写真とか
So,
使うわけ。よ
all right. So
ろしいですか？
let me stop sharing
なんかシェアして、
and see if there's any questions.
なんか質問あったらどうぞ。
Zoom.
This is the presentation, Maharaj. This shared the phone.
Huh?
These photos, these are from some presentation or like
It's an app on an iPhone only.
what's the name of that?
Bhagavad Gita as it is.
What is it?
That's $5 or $6 or something. When I got it, it was free. It's in the App Store.
Yeah, Vijay Prabhu's preaching is very nice because directly and watching pictures, people easy to understand one point.
This is what it looks like in the App Store.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Bhagavad Gita.
This one.
Well, no, it disappeared.
A different one.
This one.
Oh, okay.
It's Bhagavad Gita as it is. And then you see that picture.
バガバットギター、歩いているで弾くと、その写真が出てくる。
そのアプリがあるね。
アプリがあって。
You can get them all down by
見せたマシンの写真がそのアプリにある。そのアプリが
by screenshot though. You can
Yeah,
download
you can take on.
a little bit of work.
Yeah.
I started doing that. And then you can send them out.
Yeah, then you can use.
And you can put them in a PowerPoint or something. Okay, now I see before here.
ある写真は、
Who is this Subangadi David?
スバンガリさんってどの方ですか？
Haribo?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. I'm disciple of Niranjana Swami, and sometimes I come Tokyo Temple also because, well, my husband is not devotee, so I will come tomorrow. Yes, Achyuta Gopi is my counselor.
Yeah, well, good. Thank you. You're from Russia?
Yes, I'm from Russia.
From where?
Russian.
Okay, yeah. Got to be careful now if you call a Ukrainian a Russian.
Yes. Well, I'm
They made a
actually
law
mixed.
now. They can't, all they had Russian books.
Yeah, but
They made a law
actually,
that any
I'm
Russian.
not 100% of Russian because I mixed in Ukrainian, Polando, and Belarusi, well, in Russian.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
ウクライナの時はロシア語の本は持てないの。
When I was in school, we thought, it was all
そうする
Russian.
とどうやり入るか。
So that's why we have a time understanding all the different ones now. But good. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
明日クラス。
Okay, then we got Mohini's there. Ananta Goranga. Ujjwala. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Sambhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I wish those who, if you're afraid to turn on your camera, at least put a picture
まあ、カ
instead
メ
of
ラが
just,
怖かったら、
these things.
最低でも写真を置きましょう。でないとなんかゴキブリみたいになる。
Ghost.
お化けみたいな。
It looks like these, in America, there's a Christian group that's always out giving out there. They have a very small little thing. Just 4 or 5 pages. It's only this big. And so it has a story. It shows a guy, and on one side the devil saying, "Come to the liquor shop," and the other side some person saying, "Come to Jesus." So anyway, the guy becomes sinful. So then he goes before God. So the last page, there's this big throne up on a hill. It's a very square-looking thing, and there's a form there of a big robe. But then it's like this. It has no face.
Okay, only
And there's no hands coming out, but it's saying, "Go to hell."
まあ、クリスチャン
And
の
it says
神
you better
の概念が今説明されてい
you
る。
better surrender to Jesus.
なんかよくわかんない姿のない
And it must work because they've been out there ever since I can remember.
罪なことを私を信じないのは地獄に行くんだっていう。
Ever since I first went on Harinam, so it's still going.
ああ、まあ、最初の針山の時にそんな。
So some people say they don't know how to put a picture, but you can ask somebody. It's easy.
まあ、どうやって写真入れたらいいかわかんなかったら誰かに聞いてください。
But even better, turn on your camera
まあ、一応いいのはカメラに
so we know if you're really there.
自分を表現する。表明する。
本当にそこにいるか確認できる。
いや、でも、many devotee morning is some work, washing pot,
Yeah, right.
cooking,
Sometimes I'm eating, so I turn on.
toilet.
Yeah, sometimes there's a good reason.
いや、時々まともな意味で意味ない。
時々いい状況もあると思う。
Who's the Hare Krishna, Hare
そ
Krishna?
の時。
あ
Camera went on for one flash. Any comments or questions? We have a few minutes. Tomorrow's Radhastami.
明日はラダシタミです。
And we have lots of Tulsi garlands.
まあ今、たくさんのトラシーのガーランドを茂原の
That's the best.
作ってる。それが一番いい、最高のガーランド。
Oh,
香ります。香ります。
in Kishore, we see the ceiling somewhere. Hmm.
いや、一人。
Yeah, her
屋根
phone's
が
on
出てて、
her phone's on the floor.
電気が。ドラマジョーティーが6つ固まってる。UFO かブラマジョーティーが。
All right. So if there's no comments or questions, I'm going to hang up,
では、明日の朝、ま
take
た、
rest.
カビちゃんサービにお願いします。
We had a lot of long train ride today.
ありがとうございました。